Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here, and it's a Vinylween here on It's Vinylly Mine, and we're looking at a one that I've been waiting to unwrap, looking forward to it so much. I enjoy this movie so much, and we're looking at Brian Tyler's score to Bubba Ho-Tep. It was released on Waxworks Records on June 6th of this year, so this is fresh off the presses, so to speak. Just came out this year. It is catalog number WW208. Now, what's funny about Bubba Ho-Tep, it was a trivia movie. If you know, I partake in the world's largest trivia contest in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and this was one of the trivia movies, and oh, such a great choice. Bruce Campbell really embodying the king, and yeah, it's just a wild movie. And so I'm looking forward to hearing this pressing and this music from the very talented Brian Tyler. So let's drop the needle and take a look, shall we? Now, if you're not familiar with Brian Tyler's work, you've probably stumbled upon his soundtracks. At this point, man is very prolific, very talented. He's done a number of Marvel properties, Iron Man 3, I think, Age of Ultron. He's also done Fast and Furious films. Recently, he scored Abigail, and he's scoring the upcoming Now You See Me film. So, yeah, Brian has really taken the soundtrack scene ever since he started doing his early work with Six String Samurai. So Bubba Ho-Tep was one of his earlier works, so I'm looking forward to it. So Batblade, help us out here. We do have the Waxworks hype sticker talking about the music from Brian Tyler. We've got Egyptian sand colored vinyl, heavyweight gatefold packaging with matte satin coating. All right, and there's an art print in here, so can't wait to take a look at that. So let's carefully cut the plastic here and unwrap this and check out this this release. I can't wait to listen to this music. I love the movie. The movie itself was just really well done. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's got some just a wild storyline. Yeah, I'm digging the matte finish. I love the matte finish on here. But look at that art. That is some seriously wonderful art on here. We've got our villain in the background here looking very scary. The king himself looking not so scary, looking cool. And this wonderful title here, Bubba Ho-Tep. Yeah, I really dig this art. Waxworks really went out and did a good job on that. And the spine, check that out. White on black text stands out quite a bit. Love it. And oh, check that shot out. That is wonderful. The angles of the track listings of side A and side B going along with the angles of the hallway. Wow, that's gorgeous, right? I love seeing these companies put work into the art of these album covers because, man, you can appreciate it just for that before you even get to the music, right? So let's see what the gatefold has in store for us. Oh, there we are. There's Ozzie Smith, the late and great Ozzie Smith, with Bruce Campbell as JFK in a different man's body. You have to see the movie. Bruce Campbell as Elvis, and they're going after our bad guy here, our zombie. So a true zombie, if you will. But that's great artwork as well. That is sharp. That could be a poster, right? All on its own. So inside, let's take a look and see. There's an art print in here and the vinyl. So let's get the art print out and take a look at that. Oh, that's sweet. That is so neat. That is so cool. And there's our credits on the back for Bubba Ho-Tep for Waxwork Records. And yeah, I'm loving this print though. That is awesome with our main characters in here. And you can tell just by the pictures, this is such a fun movie. But let's now take a look at this colored vinyl they promise us on the hype sticker. Ooh. And here we are, folks. And oh, look at that. It does look like an Egyptian desert. And there's some, oh, check it out. Some wonderful scarab artwork on one side, and then we've got our track listings in sequential order for side A and B. So Yeah, very excited to listen to this. So as always, we're going to take a break. We're going to listen to this pressing. I'll come back and tell you a little bit about it. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, looking for even more content? Then why not head on over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/specialmarkproductions, where we have 3 affordable tiers that will get you access to the conversation before the conversation of the spoiler room. Get an exclusive VIP episode each month that you vote for the spoiler room, and you can also get early access to our videos and so much more. So head on over there, because the more we can do there, the more we can do here. And we are back, everyone, after listening to this wonderful pressing of the Bubba Ho-Tep soundtrack from Brian Tyler. And let me tell you, if you're familiar at all with the 6-String Samurai soundtrack, you can hear bits and pieces of that in here. It's a great mixture of band instruments, electronic guitar, and a drum set, and that mixed in with orchestra instruments as well, like wonderful strings and a choir in that. You got a mixture in here, which if you've seen the movie, you know it's very fitting. So I loved that. Track 3 here on side A, The King. We get the introduction, we get his theme, that boom, 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 with this very heavy, a little bit of twangy guitar going on, you know, and it gives you an idea that the tone and the sound of the soundtrack gives it more of a Western feel, which is what the movie was kind of going for as well. So it's very fitting, but this definitely feels like a soundtrack to a modern Western, and I loved it. I loved all these tracks. There's a lot of tracks on here. There's shorter sound cues. We don't have too many extended long music tracks in here, but what we do get is great, all these wonderful little segments of music and themes in here. We've got on here track 4, Let's Go Man, is a driving rock tune, like very upbeat and kinetic, like da 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 da. Yeah, it's really great in here. And then followed right back up there with The King's Highway, which was then another drastic change. So there's a lot of changes in the energy and the instrumentation between these tracks, which it just shows you the diversity as well in here. I think track 6, Action, Action, had a little bit of a alien string burst in there, you know, that I like that, giving you that remembrance. This is a horror comedy, and we do get those elements in here as well. And Trailer Park is just all kinds of twangy, energetic fun, you know. Yeah, but a lot of this, as you can tell, has that energy. Track 19 in here, the Body Bag of Fun. That one's got almost a country feel to it, like a country song, almost not pop, but southern country to it. And then I loved the track right after that, The Mummy's Eye, which is this really chaotic, dissonant sounds coming at you of all different types. You know, something that you would pull from a darker horror film in here. And then, yeah, the Bubba Ho-Tep end title themes. That is just a compilation of all the wonderful themes that Brian Tyler came up with that you hear peppered throughout the soundtrack, are all compiled into probably the longest track on the soundtrack. And definitely just great to hear. But this whole soundtrack is great to hear. If you like the mixture of, you know, electronic guitar and band drums and, you know, organ and keyboard, I should say, keyboard, and mixed in with your orchestral instruments and sounds, you're going to dig this. If you like Brian Tyler's early work, like from 6-String Samurai, fall back to that. But you can even hear some of his chord progressions in here that he would use later on in some of the Fast and Furious soundtracks, as well as Marvel music that he did. So you can hear glimpses of that as well as that identity. So I definitely recommend you pick it up, and also recommend you check out Bubba Ho-Tep. It's definitely a different horror comedy, but so much fun. And the soundtrack is also that. So thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I appreciate every single one of you. Hope you're enjoying Vinylween. We got a lot more great stuff coming up. Bubba Ho-Tep, the original motion picture soundtrack from Brian Tyler. It's finally mine, and I'll see you on the flip side.